What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate reverse rants, no hate. So, listen, let me tell y'all something that I saw, and I think it's just like really sickening how some people have hatred and anger and falsehood so deeply rooted inside of them that they don't even see it. And some of these same people, there's some things that they say that I can see the truth in what they're saying, or I can even understand why they see certain things a certain way. But there's a lot of falsehood and a lot of things that they say. Now, I'm not even going to put this person's name out there. Now, you guys may have seen this video, or you may not. If you are familiar with what I'm about to say, then you know who I'm talking about, who made the video. I'm not focusing on this guy in particular. It's what he's saying, and he's been saying these type of things for a long time, okay? And when a person believes what they're saying, sometimes people, they use psychology on themselves to believe stuff that they can't even prove, but they speak about it like it's factual. So here it is. It's almost 2022. We've had Christmas already, waiting for the new year to come in. Yes, people are still talking about Glovegate. Now, somebody pointed to my attention. They said, "Hey, Aries, check this out. You see this guy video?" I said, "I don't really watch him. I said, sometimes things pop up, but I haven't. It's been a long time. I don't really watch any of these guys like that. Like, certain, videos I see, but rarely." And he's like, just take a listen to what he's saying. He said, damn, you said this was going to happen. Let me explain. I give the video a watch, and the guy has someone supposedly either after sparring or some event, he's poking the glove, saying, "As you can see, there's no padding in this glove." Now, my whole thing is, if you can say a glove has no padding, that glove is no good. So right there in front of everybody's eyes, you could take a pair of fucking scissors and you could cut that glove open and expose it. Look, there's no padding. Because from the outside, I have like 20 pair of boxing gloves, and I can tell you, the type that I like, the majority of them, they're more hard, okay? But even those, if I sit here and push them, they're going to squish in. And I can sit here and say, "Oh, look, no padding," and your mind start playing tricks on you. "Oh, shit, no padding." No, I have some, and I have different types. The really soft ones are like sponges, man. You can like push them, and they're soft, okay? And those are my horsehair gloves. Now, check this out. The guy is sitting there talking, never shows his face, but he's just talking. Well, the same person in this video says that, even Derek Chisora said that Tyson Fury is a no-good, rotten cheat. Now, he played a clip of Derek Chisora saying this and saying that, but that's between me and him. That's between me, but he knows what he did. He's a no-good, cheating, so-and-so, whatever. Okay. But that's between me and him. Now, first off, let me just say this. And Derek Chisora says also, "But we're cool now." Okay, see, this is where I differ from him and Deontay Wilder. Okay? Because it's a difference with assumption versus you just know. Okay? And if you just know, there's something that you can point out that will make sense, not just repeating something someone else said, right? An example is this, right? Simple example. If I sit here and hold this pen up to this camera right here, I don't have to look. But if I open my fingers and drop it, it's going straight to the floor. That's a fact. There's nothing underneath here to keep it from going to the floor. Now, if I had some things here, laundry, anything or something where I drop this pen and then I hear it hit the floor, I see it hit the floor. Therefore, I'm not assuming. I know it hit the floor. Okay? Because this same pen I had in my pocket, okay, and it fell out of my pocket in my car. I know I had it before I got in the car. And it's like, maybe you left it home. Nah, but I wasn't sure. I'm like, no, wait a minute. I'm trying to remember. Did I put it in my pocket? Well, Because the interior in my car and the floor is black, I couldn't see it. Got the flashlight, I'm looking, missed it the first time. Second time, damn, yeah, there it is. Fell right out of my pants pocket. Okay? So I could assume I left it home. And even though I found it, I was assuming I might have dropped it in the car. I wasn't sure. It's a difference, okay? I didn't see it or hear it, but assuming, yeah, but I wasn't sure where I left it. You see the simple point? I wasn't sure. I was assuming. So even though I assumed right that, yeah, I probably left it in, but I still wasn't even sure. But if you hear, and then you see, nope, where did I just drop it? On my countertop. Okay? You know. And I'm giving these simple analogies because you always have some simple-minded person, but this and but that and but this. Well, they're still going to do it anyway. Simple-minded people do simple-minded shit. Here's my thing, okay? First of all, like I said, this is why I differ from them in that shit. There is no way that you can try to do something to me to take my life. Boxing is dangerous enough, okay? Your hands are guarded properly. Your knuckles are protected. You have good, safe gloves on for your hands. Punching power, numerous shots back and forth can cause brain damage, can actually kill a person, right? It's dangerous enough as it is. So for someone to remove padding, which is what you're accusing them of doing, but I'm like, well, here's the thing. The glove is not ripped open. So you're saying that somehow they took a sharp object or something. Why not open it and expose it? Why not open it and expose it and show? We're going to cut this glove open. You're so confident from the outside looking at the glove, pushing it, saying that it's no padding. Open it and show. Right? Just a bunch of words. Okay? Simple. Something's in here, right? I know it's some kind of medication, right? Then I look in it. Oh, okay. I don't have to assume, right? It's a pump. Now check this out. How many times, if you have kids, did your kids take something like this and put a toy or something in there? Now you look at, oh, it's a pump, okay. Then come to find out, no, the pump's not in there. That's happened several times, right? So assuming something, you swear that you're right. Why? Because I can hear it in there moving, but are you sure it's the pump? Now I open it and it's not the pump. Oh, well, I thought it was the pump. Right, I assumed. You guys keep showing these videos of somebody poking gloves, but not one person have even flipped this glove inside out. So I want to know how the hell Tyson Fury got the padding out without damaging the glove. And the fact of the matter is, let's say he took a razor blade or something, put it in there, slice, and just pull padding out. You guys, for the first time, have the opportunity, like I said, to take a pair of scissors and cut that glove open and flip out and show where the padding was removed. But you'd feel really stupid doing that live, or make a video and then people going, well, damn, you was wrong. Now you look stupid. So it's obvious you guys are just talking. Derek Chisora said we're cool now. Okay, here's my take on this, right? Derek Chisora got his ass whooped by Tyson Fury twice. So Derek Chisora probably feels more comfortable. Yeah, he cheated to beat me too. Yeah, he cheated to beat me. Okay, I don't know if he's admitting that he thinks Tyson Fury cheated to beat Wilder or whatever, but he didn't say that in that clip. Maybe the full interview, I don't know. But at the end of the day, yeah, well, he cheated to beat me. He cheated to beat me in sparring or whatever, right? All this stuff. Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder said a lot of things about each other, and I said, and I stick by it. If those guys don't shake hands at the end of the fight, we've seen it happen with other fighters, and they don't talk to each other ever again, so be it. It's a violent sport. You guys said things, and really Tyson Fury just responded to what Deontay Wilder was saying. But my thing was this. If Wilder really feels that this dude tried to commit manslaughter, he tried to, that's attempted murder. Come on, man. Seriously. The things that he said about Fury would have went to jail for if he was convicted, right? If he was found guilty. But then Wilder himself, his little minions sat there and said that they had proof. They had proof And we're going to present that proof. They never showed that proof. He ended up saying, well, it's hard when you don't have proof. Remember when he finally started, and I said, the more he talks and you hear him, I knew before that interview, I said he had no proof. If he had proof, this thing would have been blown up already and the news would have been out. Maybe not in detail, but he has actual evidence. And Tyson, there's no way he would have spared him. And at the end of the fight, he said, I don't respect you. So there's no way you're going to have evidence and make claims and have people questioning your integrity when all you got to do is, here's the proof right here. There was no proof. And they said, we're going to get this dirty motherfucker about the store. Remember Drew Titan? Remember, what's the other guy? Had the video conversation with Sugar Hill. I'm going to sue you. We gonna meet up. I'm going to sue you. And like I said, he ain't going to do shit. You not going to sit here, talk all gangster and tough, and incriminate yourself. He ain't going to do nothing. So what happened to Javon Sugar Hill? Nothing. Nothing. Okay. But we're cool now. That's Chisora's words. Well, Chisora obviously made an excuse to himself. Now, I know everybody's different. Now, we have a fist fight. That's one thing. But you trying to take my life, you're removing padding and doing all type of dirty shit to try to get an advantage. Nah, we can't be cool after that. I don't get it. Because you didn't show good sportsmanship. So how the fuck am I going to show you good sportsmanship for trying to take my life? You know, and bottom line, that's not going to fly right with anybody with some good sense in the head. Good sportsman, no. So Derek Chisora is saying, but we're cool now. Right? But saying, but that's between me and him. Well, why tell people what he fucking did, then say that, but that's between me and him? Well, he didn't really detail it. No. So what? Why bring it up, but say that's between me and him? Because you have nothing. You have nothing. Just an excuse that you lost because he didn't fight you fair and square. I don't understand this whole thing, man. You know, I know people that fought fair and square and was just bad sports and didn't speak. But you're claiming that this guy did something that could have ended your life. For you to remove padding, put an egg weight in your glove, anything that you was accused of, that's not something I'm going to forgive you for to the point where we're okay now. You know, Holyfield got his ear bit by Tyson. He forgave him. Okay, whatever. Whatever. Right? I bet you if he'd have bit his damn eye out, it'd have been different. There's something somebody can do that, nah, that's too far. You understand? And that's not life-threatening. It was uncalled for. Holyfield, I could, you know, for me, it's like I said, look, if these guys would have forgave Wilder, I'm Fury for what they claim he did, okay, so be it. But my thing was if they didn't, I would understand it. You see what I'm saying? You make these claims and then you turn around and say, but we're cool now. No, certain things you don't even bring up. If you can't speak on it, then don't even bring it up. It's not necessary to do that. This content creator then goes to say, how come you never hear anything about Anthony Joshua cheating? Or Dillian White cheating? Wait. This same content creator actually said, yo, look at Anthony Joshua's muscularity. He looks like a bodybuilder. So, I mean, can we honestly say that he's not cheating? The British fans are going to back him up. This same content creator was making sideways accusations that it's very possible and that, you know, Anthony Joshua, you know, maybe on, well, okay, wait a minute. Now, because Anthony Joshua finally has 2 losses, you know, Deontay Wilder has 2 losses. Now, all of a sudden, you want to try to say Anthony Joshua's clean. You never hear. So you was making these accusations just to defend what? Just to try to shit on AJ back in the day because you guys really didn't want to see that fight between AJ and Wilder because you were scared AJ was going to beat him. So now, you're pissed off at Fury because Fury beat him twice. So guess what? Now, all of a sudden, let's try to clean up AJ. AJ's a clean fighter. We never heard anything about him. Right? And they named only the British fighters, right? Okay. Then he goes on to talk about Tyson Fury's white privilege is why he was able to do what he did. The thing that gets me is these guys made it clear. out their mouth that AJ is not one of them. They don't see AJ as a black man. He's a Brit. He's a buck dancer for the white man over there, Eddie Hearn. So we know that even these same content creators, they basically shit all over black fighters that they don't care about. The ones that they care about, they go on this black power campaign and everybody needs to be supporting this and all black people should be behind us. But then you shit on certain fighters that's black. Okay. You don't see Anthony Joshua, Derek Chisora, Dillian White. You don't see them as black. Now, my thing is this, right? The excuses that you're continuing to make. I don't know if Deontay Wilder is aware and he goes, man, let them dudes make their money, whatever. But they're using his name to make a profit. They're using his name to keep some bullshit going. And out of everything that they could talk about right now, it's about to be 2022, they're still talking about Glovegate and making excuses as to why he lost. And the prediction that I made was to me, it wasn't something so genius. It was plain to see. I said, Tyson Fury beats him in his third fight. The first thing they're going to say, Deontay Wilder was so battered and beat up from the first two fights of Tyson Fury cheating. He wasn't the same fighter. And this content creator went on to say, after the third round, you could even see like he was out on his feet. Like he wasn't there like the first two. Wait, what you mean? The first fight, he dropped Fury twice. And that's all he did. He pretty much lost every round, aside from the knockdowns. Okay. The second fight, he got beat from pillar to post. And you guys said he had an egg weight and put a dent in his head and all that after he had his autopsy, right? Remember all of that. This is what was said. He wasn't there. His excuse was his legs. Remember the famous video that disappeared and then resurfaced later? I ain't had no legs going to the fight. My costume was like out 45 pounds and it had it on. It had the long walk to the ring, walk up the steps and all. My legs, I ain't had no legs because of that. But he never said that. Now remember that, right? That was his excuse. The poison, the spike water. I mean, all of these things that were said and all these things that supposedly had happened, right? This was the second fight. The third fight was the most competitive out of the first two. Out of the three. First fight, low punch output. Second fight was a one-sided ass kicking. So all of a sudden, in this third fight, Wilder looked out on his feet after the third round. And I'm like, what fight were you watching, man? No. Excuses. This is what Deontay Wilder, this is what no fighter needs this. Deontay can ignore it and walk away from it and don't pay these guys no mind because he know that they're going to be there for him no matter what. Unless he fall off too bad, I guess, you know, to the point where they're just like, he's a bum now or something like that. Other than that, no. But if you have any real dignity and pride, hey, listen, man, knock it off. I understand what you're trying to do, but I don't need that, and you don't need to do that. I'm a warrior. I come here to fight. If I lose, I lose. If I win, I win. But I'm not ever coming to lose. All right? Bottom line, the better man won. And, you know, to keep this thing going is ridiculous. You know, because every time you turn around, these same people are making the same type of videos over and over. Excuses. Some couples therapy drama type videos that they're making. They're not focusing on boxing. They're not focusing on this sport being what it should be. And no, they're saying, yeah, we're trying to get it back. But what you're doing is constantly, like, there's racism in boxing. There's favoritism and all that. I see, listen, let me explain something to you. I see a whole lot of things, and it doesn't add up and make sense. And we can sit here and we can point things out. But see, the thing is, for me, I would direct it at the individuals that I see making these things possible. But when you just start saying shit over and over and trying to just, it's a race thing. Look, if I say something to give Canelo props about what he's doing in the ring, and then I got Mexican fans going, yeah, see, you know your shit, Aries. See, yeah. But then if Canelo do some bullshit and I call him out on it, oh, y'all just racist. You just hating on Canelo. You just racist because he's Mexican. Okay, so when I'm giving his props, I'm not racist. But when I say something about something he's doing, like, okay, even for example, for him to make a comment that was racist as fuck to me by saying, me being Mexican, I don't want to fight another Mexican. Why? Because boxing is a brutal, damaging sport, right? So I don't mind damaging a black man, a white man, an Indian man, a Philippine man, a Japanese or whoever. I just don't want to do it to another Mexican guy. What are you saying, right? We could have. I didn't even dwell on that. I just said that's some sucker shit, and I mean it. That's some sucker shit. Fuck that. Benavidez want that smoke. He's Mexican, right? He don't give a fuck that you Mexican. I'm not going to sit here and not get my money because there's another black man across the ring from me. I'm going to beat your ass. And then we can be chill afterwards, black man, but I'm going to beat your ass before I'm going to get that money. You got to go. Simple. So if I say something about Tyson Fury in a good way, oh, see, Aries, you know your shit, yeah. But then if I call him out for his bullshit, oh, you just hating because he's a Brit. No, you just an asshole. Race ain't got shit to do with none of it. Speaking on what the fuck they do. You got brothers and sisters in your family. You got uncles and cousins. If you ever had a family member do some stupid shit and you call them out, what they gonna say? Oh, man, I'm your cousin. You shouldn't talk to me like that. Well, you shouldn't have did what you did to make me smack you in your face or whatever it is I did to you in retaliation of what you did. Simple. Has nothing to do with skin color. The people that start talking about race, because you're calling them out on something that they did. So in other words, as long as I'm saying something about Deontay Wilder that people don't like, you know, about something he's doing, yeah, you could talk bad about black folks. No, I'm not even talking bad about black folks or any fighter for that matter. I'm talking about what they're doing. You understand? That's what we're speaking on, something that they're doing. Pertaining to the fight or something, to whatever, how it may be, right? We all clown Deontay for his twerking and all that. Nobody want to see that shit. But what I'm saying, it's okay. Am I racist when I'm saying something about Deontay? Oh, I even heard people say, see, y'all light-skinned niggas be on some hateful shit. If he was light-skinned, you wouldn't be saying that y'all don't like dark-skinned. I'm like, wow. You are some ignorant motherfuckers, man. So all of that race shit got nothing to do with none of it. So bottom line is, like I said, if I'm giving somebody props for something that they done, and then it's okay, yeah, Aries, you know your shit, but the second I call them out on their bullshit, it's race all of a sudden. No, you're the racist. That's why race is coming up. And this is why every time I hear this one particular content creator, they're trying to avoid fighting black fighters. Yada, 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 black fighters. Yada, 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 black fighters. They're overlooking black fighters. But then I hear you and your group of people talking shit about black fighters that you don't give a shit about. So I know it's an agenda. And here's the crazy thing, is when two fighters are beefing, and then it's beyond boxing, right? And then all of a sudden, you start making videos about race. But then those two fighters make men's, they solid now. Squash that. Move on. They probably on the phone, hey man, how's the family? How you doing? Hey man, everything good. Hey, look, man, I wish that never happened, man. You're a good dude, man. This and that. Hey, same here, man. Listen, don't even worry about it. We good now, yada, yada. And you still, months later, a year and a half later, still making videos about incident that what do you think is going to happen? I guess these guys are running out of shit to talk about. And when I saw this video, I said, damn. And I'm thinking to myself, like, I wonder if Deontay watched this shit. I see people putting videos up showing Deontay Wilder big up on their channel and different fighters. But you know what's funny? When they do that to help them build their channels. But notice none of these guys can get that exclusive interview. It might be one or two people, but all them other 10 people that's constantly showing your face on their channel, they can't get them exclusive interviews. So, you know, it's just like all this dick ride that they do to try to build up their profiles and all. It's just what they do. Warriors don't need that. Real men, stand-up men don't need nobody making excuses as to why they lost a fight. You beat me, let's do it again. You beat me again, let's do it again. You beat me again, I'm down to do it again, but probably should just walk away from it because obviously this motherfucker is just better, right? Simple. This content creator said that fans were saying, are you going to apologize after Fury beats him his third time, and he said no, because what he did still stands. There's no change in my mind. Okay, fine. But why are we still talking about it? What is going to be accomplished? Nothing. You can't change shit. Deontay Wilder would have to be the one to change that with proof and evidence, which he does not have. And he already said he didn't have it. So I'm sitting there thinking, man, you know, I don't know if Deontay is aware of what these guys are saying. But for all this shit, I don't care if it's Drew Titan or whoever, all these other people, all these other content creators that's a part of his little circle of fanboys. It just makes you look bad. It makes them look bad. I'm not going to blame him for what they say. What I blame him for is when they said it and he said that and co-signed it on along with it, but then didn't have proof. And I told you guys, Fury's not going to go to jail. I'm pretty sure people think you forget. Sometimes you got to recap things. Fury's not going to jail. Nothing's going to happen to him. He will be able to fight in his country again. You guys keep making up all this shit, going along with what these content creators tell you because they want to see this happen. There's no way I'm knuckling up with you and you're going to put on some brass knuckles under your gloves or something to try. No, we can't be cool after that. Because after I knock you out and expose you, I'm aware this dude was trying to take my life. He needed an advantage. Put brass knuckles on under his gloves. How the fuck am I going to forgive you for that? I can forgive you to the point I'm not going to punch you in the face next time I see you, but we ain't cool. I'm going to let you breathe. But when you see me, you just keep it moving. That's me. There's no way for me to say, and you know when somebody, you ever have somebody argue? You hear two people arguing and the person saying, oh man, I'm over that, man. I ain't worried about that. That's water under a bridge. And the next time they argue, they bring that same thing back up. I thought you was over that. I am, so what you bringing it up for? Makes no sense, right? That's some diva stuff. And these guys are still making videos going into 2022 about Glovegate. He cheated. He clearly cheated. Then this content creator actually had the nerve to say, he brought up, I forget the guy's name. I spoke about him too. But he brought up that this guy was a better boxer than the guy that he had cheated against to win. He said that to make the point. Fury's a better boxer than Wilder, but Fury still had to cheat to beat him. And now that he's so damaged, I told you guys they was going to go to that and say he's not the same fighter since what Fury did to him by cheating with the egg weight and removing pet and all that nonsense. Listen, we know Fury's the better boxer between the two of them. There's a lot of fighters that's a better boxer than Wilder. Wilder just got the right hand. We get it. You know, but he can't set you up with it if he catch you sleeping. All right. Listen at this. He turns around and says, I know y'all said that Dillian White ain't got a chance to beat Fury, but look, think about this. If he was able to do what he did to Deontay Wilder, think about it, right? If Wilder was able to do as good as he did do, okay, against Fury, you don't think White is going to do much better than Wilder did? I mean, think about that. So he's admitting that Dillian White, in his eyes, is a better boxer than Wilder. He wouldn't admit this back then. You mean to tell me it took Fury to do this to him twice? Really 3 times, but twice? For you guys, for him to come to this conclusion that Wilder's not a good boxer. No. Now you want to give Dillian White props. And I remember this same content creator pretty much was saying when Wilder was talking about he'll freeze him out for 2 years, he denied it and then said even if Wilder said that, who was Dillian? I mean, only thing Dillian known for is getting knocked out by AJ. Shit it all over Dillian White. Now he's giving him props. Why? Because he want to see somebody, anybody beat Fury. Now all of a sudden, Dillian White's black skin means something to him because he just want to see this white bald-headed dude get beat. Other than that, no, he don't care about Dillian White either. So when I'm watching this stuff and I'm like, why is it every time when we're watching these videos and watching people put these videos together, it's always this militant-minded shit of us versus them versus us, them versus these people. That's not what boxing is about, man. We just want to watch boxing. Racist shit that you talking about comes out of your own mouths. But then you putting it on other people when they do it. You call it out. You don't agree with it, right? But then you turn around and you're like, oh, this person was racist against this person because this person didn't get that same chance. Example, right? They brought up Lomachenko versus Devin Haney. I agree with this. Lomachenko was trying to unify the division and gave up his WBC. So maybe Mauricio Sulaiman might have explained something to him. Because I don't see why you give up your WBC. Who was the mandatory for Lomachenko? Devin Haney. Ever since Devin Haney was 20 years old, he's 23 now. Ever since he was 20 years old, he's been calling out Lomachenko. He wasn't hiding behind, oh man, I'm too young, I'm only 20, I'm just a kid, oh, by the time I'm 28, 29, maybe then I'll be ready. No, he was ready to go. Lomachenko vacated the WBC so he could unify the division. That came out of Mauricio Sulaiman's mouth. Now that was dirty. Something just don't add up with that. I can understand what he's getting at with that. And he's saying he probably was even advised, but he's trying to keep him away from dangerous black fighters. There could be some truth to that. Because I've seen a lot of situations where you got a guy like Tank, you got a guy like Haney, you got these guys out there, Shakur Stevenson, and all of a sudden, certain fighters don't want to fight them. But then the same guys, when they fight each other, it's like, yo, they're two great warriors. But then when one of them is matched up against a Haney or a Tank, or Shakur Stevenson, all of a sudden now that person's a bum. Like I said, I think it was Jojo Diaz. I think it was Diaz that beat Javier Fortuna, right? Yet they claim Javier Fortuna, yo, what's his name, ain't want that smoke. Ryan Garcia ain't want that smoke. Teofimo Lopez, they ain't want that smoke with Javier Fortuna. Javier Fortuna, he's the truth. Yo, he ain't no joke. But then y'all just said Jojo Diaz was a bum. So really, Haney ain't proved nothing, but yet Jojo Diaz beat Javier Fortuna. So I can understand. You do have people that you do have a lot of racist people that say dumb shit. I'm not stupid. Don't get it twisted. But what I'm saying is when we talking about facts of what we see, to call something, this is what this is. This is this, this is that. What are we talking about? You're using your opinion to make like everything that happened, something happened to him over here, something completely different happened to him, something that has nothing to do with none of that happens to him, but you trying to combine all of it like it's the same thing. Look, people are ignorant, man. I root for Errol Spence, but when Errol Spence do some sideways shit and I call him, oh man, you hate